Back, y'all. I'm trying to find something in my book bag real fast before I crank up with y'all. It's that time. It's that time. So we back with another episode of The Truth for My Son. And once again, for those who don't know me, I go by the name of Chubb. Chubb the artist. Chubb raps when I'm doing music. Chubb inks when I'm doing tattoos. Owner and creator of Chubb Studios, TM. For those who know me from my past, Chubby. Now, some who have been following my story have learned, speaking the truth on what happened to me. And I got a lot of evidence and proof to go with it. But aside from the proof and the evidence to go with it, I'm exposing a lot of facts to go against a whole lot of rumors that were being pushed against me. Even after some of these people have learned the truth, they still choose to push a rumor. But regardless, I keep up with the facts. You know why? Because I don't like jail. I don't like going to jail, especially for something I ain't did. So, once again, I've been doing this for the last 15 years of protecting my freedom. "15 years of keeping up with documentation, paperwork, recorded conversations, actual events, video if I can possibly find it, of what really be happening in situations involving me, because the people who you think are for you aren't really for you. And before you know it, you facing off with people you know, like, or you thought you knew, had your back. In reality, they don't. They're more worried about self. I learned that the hard way. And not because I wanted to. In reality, I was helpless. And I didn't like it. I didn't like being in a situation where I had to depend on everybody else around me. I was always a real strong go-getter. I always liked to go do for me. Very independent, even as a child. So when this motorcycle accident happened, May 8th, 2007, a lot changed real fast. A lot being 2 broken legs, a broken arm, a fractured ankle, a punctured lung, bruises to the brain, comatose for a week and a half. And have to wake up from that and be like, how did I get here? Not everybody know how to bounce back from that, but I had to learn. I also recognize some of my videos didn't post properly last week, so I'm going to repost them this week. So for those who are paying attention to my sites, you will see it. Last week's video along with this one. But today's episode, getting back to the continuation of me and my mother's current husband, Mr. Leon Casey. Because my mother, a.k.a. Lula Mae Rivers Casey, is who I'm really addressing with all of this ignorance, because that's who started this narrative against me. That's who destroyed the relationship between me and my child. That's who literally went out their way to take my funds and my information and move them into accounts I would never see it. And then before I start figuring out what was going on, because while I'm in the middle of a custody battle, she's literally utilizing this as a moment to try to embed herself in my paperwork so she can have a legitimate reason to cover what she was already doing illegally. How do you counteract that? You can't. You got to pick up the pieces wherever they at. You can't counteract being in a motorcycle accident that wasn't your fault, and then having the people who's supposed to help you and got your back taken from you. You can't even fend for yourself. So how can you counteract that? Once again, you can't. Even trying to go through the system, even trying to go to family. These be the people who you think got your back, and most of them say, hey, I ain't trying to get in the middle of that. That between you and your mama. That's something you got to handle in civil court. And I did all of that and some, and still ain't get the result I've been looking for. I did my best to do this the best way, the proper way possible, without trying to be violent, disrespectful, mean, or belligerent in any way, shape, or form. And that's exactly what they said I was doing from the start. And none of it was true. None of it. Which is why I learned, yo, she recording you and stipping it so that way make it sound like you sound crazy. And I'm like, what? Ain't no way that's what's happening. Yeah, it is. Because your cousins, your friends, people who don't even know you talk about Chubb. Man, I heard such and such and such from your mama. Or I heard such and such and such. And they say because your mama told her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Ain't no way. Yes, it was. And it was happening way more than people think. Because once I realized what my mother really was doing to manipulate my situation and hide my son and be smuggling him back and forth between my baby mama and me, knowing that this woman not only put her hands on me once, but twice. Twice. All after the motorcycle accident. So once again, truth for my son is, I tried to do what I was supposed to do and something to be there for you. And I mean, and some. Most men I know give up long time ago. Once they see the problem, I ain't got time. And I get it. I get it. Like, who really want to be dealing with a headache of a so-called baby mama or a mama who is literally trying to put you in jail on some foolishness that ain't even true? And what if you are that man who seemed to can't control himself and got to clack and react on that level? Now, everything they say that ain't true is true. Whether it's true or not, now it's true. Because they done push all your buttons to make you react. You know how many times I had to dodge the bait? I ain't never thought that I would have to go through all of this just to try to be a daddy. And all I got is one. Don't ever think it's because, I'm afraid to start over. No, that ain't the case, right? I plan things. But more so, it's like the plan that I had in order for the first one couldn't even really flourish the way it needed to because somebody was already in my pocket while I'm trying to build myself up. And what's crazier is while I'm trying to build myself up, I'm injured, I'm hurt, and the people you think got your back still siphoning off more, like almost half your income. So in reality, you never really had a fair chance to even be what you was trying to be from the start. And I speak on this because I'm not the only one, and that's what's scary. There's really people out here moving real foul on their own kids or moving real foul on their spouse because they mad. And to stay on subject, my mother was mad that I was trying to figure out what she doing with my kid. And when I'm asking these questions of why and what are you doing, I keep getting all of these retaliations of, oh, you can't do this, get the F out my house, I'm going to take your car, this, that. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? All I ask you is, what are you doing with my son? Why are you hiding my child from me? Why are you telling me, no, I can't see my son when I was the one that just did a 3-year custody battle to get him from his mother who been doing the same thing you trying to do right now? Like, and then when you see you couldn't do it by yourself, you pull on Leon. You pull on Leon. Now, mind you, yeah, I get it. You're trying to be a husband. You're trying to be a stand-up man for your wife. But you come into a situation with no understanding and tell me what I'm not going to do or what I'm going to do. It's crazy to me. Because fully healthy Chubb would have put you on your back. Because in reality, you're keeping me from my son, and I don't know why. And that's a fact. That's what really happened November 24th, 2012. So when I do all of these things to try to be a better man, be a better father, be a better person, my biggest obstacle is now my mother. Wow. I thought my baby mama was going to be the big obstacle. No, it was my mama, my biological mama. All over some money. And once again, if you would have let me do what I was really trying to do to be prosperous out here, you could have had a lot more. But then, did you really deserve it? Because last I checked, I gave you $5,000, Lula May. I gave you 5 racks out of my little 32,000 in back pay. Give you 5 racks. You still wanted half of my income? Hold up. You still wanted all of my income because you actually went behind my back and tell these people that I'm mentally disabled. And once again, this ain't the only time people done heard this story. It been brought back to me on multiple occasions that I am mentally unstable from this motorcycle accident. And you need to be in control of my income. No, you don't. You never did. You know, when people start asking legitimate questions, all you want to do is try to throw around he being disrespectful and he trying to fight me and he trying to do this. When in reality, I'm trying to ask you why, and you're provoking me to fight you. You are provoking me to try to get away from you. And every time I try to get away and I gotta get y'all off me some type of way, then it's, oh, he crazy. But you're not telling these people you hiding my tags. You're not telling these people you tell your husband to hide my keys. You ain't telling these people you went to every family member that you could talk to in a group and cried to try to get them to believe your story. And when that didn't work, you created the story of me beating on my son. That sounds a bit more believable, because when they say, I'm trying to fight you, everybody say, well, what you did to make him try to come at you like that? You can't answer that question. That's where that real accountability come in at. What you did to make him come at you like that? What you did to make him have to fight you in court? So Leon Casey, when you tell me you don't remember, it's kind of hard to say that, but I guess you getting old, so maybe you don't remember. But I do. Very well. So much so because that was the day I've been homeless on some bogusness. I remember it all. I remember the many times you tell me, what you gonna do? But also, I remember that conversation we had in 2021 where you actually speak up on what's been going on in our house. Not me. You, sir. So, getting back to April 8th, 2021. Literally the day after they claim I beat on my son. Listen to how him and his wife interact. Y'all can hear it right here.
Just don't take that to don't turn the boy away from you when you acting. Because that'll turn me away from you. My dad doesn't come after me like that.
All y'all see is this one time I whoop his behind, but okay.
Huh?
All y'all seeing is how this one day played out. Ain't nobody talk about how I've been picking him up. I've been taking him out.
He beat you.
Right.
Or he hit you. Hit him. Or
Right.
my daddy hit me. And whatever. He hasn't said that.
Exactly. Whenever he don't want to get a beating, that's what he does. He over-exaggerated.
I know
right.
He's a damn dude. I hate to say it, he's a punk.
Right. He's a
He's a
manipulator.
punk. When somebody touch him, he's drama. He's a drama kid.
Exactly.
I know that. And I know his mama saw for him.
And his mama, that's his grandmama. That's the part that's really hitting me.
The part that I can't do nothing with him. I can't touch him. Because if I would have touched him, he would have been where he was. Because I got one, the daddy on one side don't want me to touch him. I got the mom on the other side don't want me to touch him. So I just leave the hell alone. I said, I'm going to tell you what, I'll wash my hand with it. I'm going to leave it to you and Chubb to figure that out. That's why you don't see me get into none of this bullshit. But still, yeah. Y'all two need to work it out. I don't know if y'all ever going to work it out. But still, I don't know. You need to work it out with your son. When you get your new, I don't know if he's going, if he was going now. I really don't think he's going now. He gotta let that settle. Somehow you gotta let it go till that one day. That one day just may cost you a little bit of time enough for you to get your son back, right at the moment. But when he get older and wiser and see what he's doing, he has no going to go to you.
And what if it's too
You
late?
gotta hold on. My kids right now come to me every day, call me every day or every other day. Every chance they get. We was wrong with Daddy. We was wrong. Things I know now, I should have listened to you. All of them. Except the Shinies. I don't even see Shinies. Keisha and April called me and tell me things we done wrong. this. I know how it is. You got to think of kidding me. I'm kind of stern. I'm a stern man. But still, yeah, I couldn't touch the other. Between you and her, I couldn't touch it. So I leave it alone. But the bottom line is, you got to come a little bit smarter than that. Not after your mom. Not after this back and forth bullshit y'all get. You got to concentrate on coming out and get how you going to smooth that one day over with your son.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure when it get done and done, you can come to you. Your mama don't have to get him to come. You got the phone. You can call him to come pick you up. He will be old enough in a little while where he can come to you. Not any of that. You don't have to come to my house. Period. I say, I want you to come in. I want y'all to get back together, but don't make no mistake. Ain't none of y'all got to come to my house, even your mama. I'm through with this bullshit, this back and forth crap.
Right.
That was going on because of him. But I told your mama to keep whatever goes on in this house, they stay in this damn house. We take care of it and handle our business.
Right.
But y'all need to do something, work something out. Y'all need to work something out. I don't know what y'all need to work out, but y'all got to come to a conclusion. At the end, y'all got to be involved in it. Y'all got to go to counsel or counseling, either a DSS personnel or somebody that won't take this your word, my word, and all this bullshit. Y'all got to talk to somebody and a mediator in this situation. You come to that.
You're right, and I agree with you. And we gotta make sure it's somebody who's not involved with my mother.
Right. That's a mediator or somebody who she don't know.
Exactly, because
sometimes y'all gotta calm down and talk. Y'all gotta sit down to that person and bring the Angela right there and let me hear everything goes on.
Right, and you're right. You're so right. I agree with you 110%. Because this is something that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta do that, and y'all two gotta do that. And I think you can get you something like that.
No, I know that's what got to be done, and that's what I'm doing. Like I said, this whole thing, and I agree with you fully when you say it shouldn't have been even taken out the house. This is something we should have handled amongst ourselves. But it was her who decided to bring everybody into this business. Not me, not you, her. So,
right.
I'm going to do what I got to do to handle this the right way.
I didn't even know your mama's supposed to be babysitting. I got on her ass about babysitting, but telling somebody else to come to my house and babysitting, and you didn't ask me.
Okay, this is my issue with her. That's my big issue with her. So this ain't even about me agreeing, or this is why I'm so upset. Because she wants to do what she wants to do. Like, because she's eating off all of them kids, including my son. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I'm telling you. The only reason why she got those kids is because she get a check for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much in her business or y'all in each other business. But I'm telling you, the only reason why she got those kids, and my son included, is because of the money they get. Point blank. And you a hard-working man and somebody who got money. So I don't know why this is all about money.
I don't know nothing about no money.
Right. Because she don't want to tell you.
Money don't help me in any way whatsoever.
So you need to find out how it's helping her. Please.
So whatever she does or whatever goes on in her little personal income or what, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't let it get in mine.
Wow.
But whatever she's doing, it'll come out right. But
you know what, Leon? I pray he does.
I don't even know nothing about no money thing. All I know is I'm paying what I'm supposed to be paying. I'm keeping out looking over their house, over their head.
Wow. That's a lot you don't know, Leon. I'm sorry that it's going down like this, but it's so much more you need to know that you don't know.
They give me.
Wow.
Whatever they want to do.
You got a roommate.
continue this conversation.
It ain't hurting me. Whatever they want to think, whoever want to think, I don't care. Because Leon will be Leon in his own house.
Right.
So, you can step on grass or step on whatever you want to do, step around, whatever the hell you call that thing. I don't care. But that thing going on between you and your mama, y'all need to let it go. One way or the other. Y'all need to figure that out. And be adult about it. And get D'Angelo on board. Because I'm going to tell D'Angelo about it himself when I get home this afternoon. Because I got a few words to say to him. I got to talk to him on a professional level.
Right.
So I don't remember since I had them strokes. I don't remember every exact thing I see. But I can remember stuff a long time.
You know what I'm saying? I apologize that happened to you. You know, like.
Fine. What happened? Fine. I'm a drunk. I think everybody makes mistakes. And I like to drink. That's my problem. That's mine. I don't, like I said, crave for nothing.
Hold on. Yeah, I hear you. Hold on, Leon. Hold on. You mentioned that a couple times. Are you saying like that I'm telling people that? Because you said that like 3-4 times, like people calling you a drunk. Because I ain't never call you that.
I heard, I don't tell you who I heard, but I ain't gonna tell you who said it. I heard people out there saying that I'm a drunk.
Okay. Well, I ain't never called you
There's
that.
all of y'all kids. I'm a drunk with all of y'all kids in that house. All of y'all been around me.
You telling on yourself, bro, because I ain't never say that.
I ain't say who said it. And I'm gonna go back and put no words in my mouth.
You put none in your mouth.
When I talk to you, I talk to you. I don't talk to Meta, whoever your friends are, and I know you got somebody listening right there, and I can tell. You got me on speaker.
Yeah, I got you on speaker for me, because this phone broken, but I got you.
But all I'm telling you is how to get your son back. But I don't know how that's going to work now. Like right tomorrow, next week, or this weekend, you gotta smooth that over what you done with him. And I trust me, if you smooth that over with him, and he comes to me and says, you know, I want to go with my daddy, he's welcome to go. So that's when you have to smooth that over with. But if you say no, I don't want to go with my daddy, and I say, well, you can't go with his daddy. The law is different than where it was back then when we was. And if you can't agree with that, and Ann can't agree with that, then I'm going to let the cops agree with them, figure it out. Tell you what's the law is. Because the cops won't come to this house to get this thing sorted out. We just have to bring them in. I didn't want to, but I had to bring them. I think we're going to have to do, because y'all going to get hard-headed, and there ain't nothing wrong and right. Y'all going to start arguing about y'all two situations instead of arguing about D'Angelo's situation.
D'Angelo is the situation.
D'Angelo's situation, why?
It's because my mother decided to take him when I tried to leave with him after you evicted me. That's it. I tried to leave peacefully because that whole day where y'all took him.
All I tried to show you is done with. Is how they will get him back now.
Right.
All right, you know, we can still talk all about that.
I don't take no responsibility. But I'm going to get my son back properly. And I'm going to go ahead, like you say, in y'all words, y'all trying to forget about the past. But like I said, this wouldn't happen if those past didn't happen the way it did. But I'm going to do what I got to do now to get my son.
But it did. It did. So nothing you can do about it but try to get your son back.
Right. But if I could get my son back willingly, instead of my mother lying to me about so much things and doing all those other things.
Yeah, you're going to get your son back when just like you say, willingly. You're going to get your son back to tell you your son want to come live with you, you can have him.
Right.
Ain't nobody stopping him. No, I know I ain't.
Yeah, but your wife, for some reason, keep telling him otherwise. And she keep doing otherwise.
All I'm telling you, that part, you will have to handle with your son.
I will. Because she tried the same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Huh?
She tried the same thing with me, but it is what it is. Like, and it's sad to say, like, you don't know what she did to my father. You don't know what she did to me growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's things that she would do personally when it's just me and her, and you ain't there, Twan ain't there, my aunts them, they ain't there, and she would talk to me one-on-one. Same way she doing with D'Angelo, same thing she did with me.
Well, that's before my time. That's before my time. I don't know nothing about all that. I say, you tell me one of these things, and she don't tell me one thing.
You right.
So I ain't gonna believe none of y'all. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you right. I ain't take no responsibility. I'm taking responsibility, but I didn't want to do that. But if I put you on the wrong note, then all I can do from the time, I just heard that all I can say is apology. My apology. If you don't accept it, or I'm not gonna say it like that, because that's not when you're saying something meaningful. If I hurt your feelings in any which way, I apologize.
All right.
And that's the best I can do for what done happened.
All right. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you being a man in the moment and saying that you apologize. But you, like I said, you were lied to, and I was lied to.
Well, all I can say, borrow with your son in your way, and a way to get him back. That he wanted to come to you, and you can get your son back. You have to do that, and it might take a while, because he ain't coming back now. I can tell you that. And I'm gonna talk to him this afternoon. I'm gonna try to help him understand, but you gotta bond to him in a way, because you know I always been in the one between you and Octavius been into it.
Right.
I was always the one who want to bring D'Angelo to you to Octavius when y'all was having that little problem.
You right, and like I said, I appreciate that.
I never been pulling this one side and this one side with them two. But like you say, I may have got the wrong information, took the wrong word, but I ain't heard all that, but that's what you say, so that's what it is, and that's all I can do is apologize to you. Sometimes I dream about y'all two getting back together, or y'all two squash this shit and going with your life. D'Angelo getting blessed in both ways, but still, yeah, that ain't gonna happen now. I don't see it, so let me go back to work.
I appreciate your time.
I gotta go back to work.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Just like I said, bro. He don't want to take no responsibility. But I appreciate him, his own twisted way for apologizing and understanding that he did wrong. But it's a part of him that still wants no part of this. And I can't blame him. Because it's unnecessary drama that he still don't understand.
Whole lot of unnecessary drama. I don't know, something just kind of compelled me to do this little spider web thing while I was over here real quick, just messing around. I feel like I'm gonna do something with this pattern later. If you don't know, I've got a series called Chubb's Paradigm Shift, where I'm exploring patterns, making custom art out of it. Which is why you see these different pieces with the checkerboards, like the pieces you see on the background. Now, to speak on what was just said, It's so much wrong in that conversation. But it's so much that's highlighted in that conversation as well. Man said he in the house with his wife. They don't know what each other finances look like at all. That's supposed to be your wife. So it's like, if that's your wife, how are y'all really maintaining if things fall off? If something don't go right? If a bill don't get paid? Like, how are y'all really going to manage? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That's why I said, you ain't got a wife. You got a roommate. You can replay this later in the conversation. I say to him, but you got a roommate. He just tried to brush it off to get his piece out, but still. I appreciate him attempting to apologize the way he did. But once again, it's so much that's been done. And he just as confused as me. They telling him that I'm saying that I'm going to put my hands on him if he touch my son. I can't even be over there for that long because Lula May keep trying to call the police on me on some foolishness. So why are they telling him that I'm about to come over there to fight him when the first thing Lula May do is call the police on me when she feel like I'm talking too much and she, like, what? But once again, manipulation is real. It is real. I didn't even know I was being manipulated at the beginning of all of this. I'm grateful God gave me the artistic memory, mind, and abilities that I do have to where I can replay moments, where I can reach back in my mind and be like, I remember that, and look at it. Pretty much draw it if I really want to. But more so, I keep up with it. So it ain't just my word against yours. I got factual proof. I got actual video. I got actual conversations. Because once again, it's always going to be my word against theirs if I don't have nothing to prove that this is what really happened. But also, we in 2025. AI is real. I'm using it on little apps right now. So I can only imagine in the next 2 to 3 years, Ready Player One is right around the corner. If you ain't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie. Ready Player One. We right there. But with all of this technology and everything going on around us, that was always the goal. To give legacy to those that come after us. To give them something to have so they can grow without having so many obstacles, so their life wouldn't be so hard. You know, like our Caucasian counterparts, our Latino counterparts, all of these other cultural counterparts seem to understand that within the family. It's always my own people that seem like they still can't get it yet. It's always I gotta get you before you get me mentality. I see that more often than I really want to admit. But this is why I separate myself. This is why I surround myself with people who are trying to be prosperous, who are trying to be great, who are trying to accomplish things, who are trying to be a true creative. Because you can't create always being in the middle of this. You can't create being in a web of lies. But I'm going to take this web and I'm going to turn it into something cool. Like, I think I got a dope idea for this. I'm going to turn it into a piece of art. But that's going to be it for today on Mr. Leon Casey. Now, I still got a whole list of other people we got to tap into on this flash drive and on this phone and on the one that I'm recording right now. That's still more information I got to organize. But it's there. It's ready. It can be heard, seen, viewed at any time. Once again, it still just makes me feel like I'm in awe that all of this happened to me. Cause I be like, man, I'll be trying to do nothing wrong to nobody. I'll be trying to hurt nobody. I really try to be in my own lane. It's always somebody trying to do something wild on me, and I gotta react. And that's been in my life more than I can really pinpoint. But I feel like now, since the accident, since my talks with God, since my talks with the higher power, it's just me telling my story. Because you don't know who might need to hear what you're going through or what you got going on so they can figure out what to do for themselves. I didn't really want to tell nobody what happened to me. I'm embarrassed about it. But then I had to realize you can't be embarrassed about it, Chubb. You didn't even know what was happening. And even after trying to fix the problems, once I figured out what was going on, it's like these people who are causing the problems are doing everything to counteract what I'm trying to do to fix me. Why? I don't know. Probably I'll never know. What I have learned is I can control what I can control. And that's me and how I move. But I also learned sometimes you want to put your people on and just get them a little bit of information so they can level up too, whatever it may be. My level up to you, to whoever may be listening to this, whatever you may be going through. Understand, it ain't you. If you know you did nothing wrong to these people who are trying to discredit your name, use you as a scapegoat, put you out in the street, and just really tarnish who you are to the world around you, keep up with your facts, record everything and any interaction you have with these people, because you know they're going to be mean and disruptive and all cruel and saying all type of slick stuff to you privately. You know they are, because that's what they did to me. That's exactly what they did to me. And I got it. I got it all on recorded, video, police cam, body cam, all of that. I got it. But you got to do your due diligence to keep up with all of this stuff to protect your freedom. Because if you don't, you're going to be one sad puppy sitting behind bars like some little kid's dog talking about, it wasn't me. I didn't do nothing, they said. The people who lying on you, they know it's not true. They don't care. They just want to have that power and control over you to say, you try me again, I'll call the police on you. You do this, I'm going to call the police on you. I'm do this, I'm going to do that. Why? Because in reality, that's not even who you really are. Person who want to call the police on me? Or is it? Because the facade is that person going to church every Sunday, acting like they so holier than thou. That person is going to different events and acting like they really want to help. And I learned, some people ain't trying to help nobody. It's a gimmick. They ain't doing nothing but giving out favors, so that way when they ready, they can say, hey, I need you. I need you right now because I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble, I don't know what to do. And they going to make it sound sweet, horrible, and like they in distress. Also, you can say, How can I help? And that right there is what people fall victim to. That helpful heart. That's how Leon got caught up. He thought he'd been helping his wife. The whole time she manipulating him with a bunch of lies. You know what I'm saying? You know it's that all facts. It's all facts. Because what you gonna do when it's time for somebody to start lying on you and start being crazy and belligerent, and you ain't never see them act like this, and now you in awe, and you're like, man, no, but they lying, and they doing this, and then why they got their cousins trying to fight me, and why they got my co-workers don't want to help me, and I don't know what to do, oh my God, and now you like, what? How do you respond to that? Most people go into fight mode. Most people want to tear it down, tear the world down, because they know you lying. And they're going to feel justified trying to attack you. When in reality, it is a gimmick, and that is bait. They want you to beat them up. They want you to react on them because they can truly point the finger and they got something. Don't matter what it is. They just need something to say, didn't I tell you he was crazy? Didn't I tell you she was stupid? Didn't I tell you she was, or he was, they was? If you ain't paying attention, bro, I hope you are. Like, this bigger than just me telling my story. I'm addressing a lot here. And it ain't just the truth for my son. And I recognized that from the beginning. But I also knew people was going to have their opinions. People was going to have their input. Most people going to have their own perspective. Because they don't know what I've been through. They don't know what he been through. They don't know what she been through. They don't know what we been through. But I do. And that's why I feel like it's disgusting for these same people who know what we done been through together to move the way they moving, to do what they doing, to act the way they acting. To my mama, my baby mama, and then my child. For all of them to be acting the way they acting is like, and then to question me, what are you getting out of this? What did you get out of lying on me? What did you think you were going to get out of restarting a lie on me? You thought you was going to get the funds my mother was getting? Baby mama? That's what you thought? I already had know how to counteract that then. By the time you tried. But it's okay. Because I got the facts. I keep up with the receipts. I stay on point. Because once again, I learned wisdom is what you need to have in this world over anything. Because if you out here, what they say, flying by the seat of your pants and you ain't know what you got going on in front of you, ain't got no plan, you just out here moving willy-nilly or whatever they call it, bruh, you looking to be a crash dummy. You looking to fall flat on your face. That's why I put words, certain words on the body to remind me of who I am and what I do and what I stand for. Because if you don't reinforce yourself mentally, everybody else could do it for you. And it ain't always good. Because, hate to say, most people ain't sure of themselves in the first place. So how they could tell you how to be you? Think about that. Especially for my people who like to, oh, well, if my friends say, Or if my uncle or my auntie say, how you know they so super sure? You did your research? Did you go see for yourself? Do you have an experience? Because if you don't, maybe you need to go learn something. Maybe you need to go see for yourself. Just know I got more documentation, videos that I'm about to post about what happened to me and all of the things that I had to do on this journey to be a father for my son. Currently, my only son. Just know, I ain't just do it just because I was trying to make myself look good. As I told you before, son, whenever you see this, I used to be you. I done told you that multiple times. I used to be you. I used to be that same little boy trying to figure out why my mama telling me blah, 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 and why my daddy saying nothing. But see, I tried to change that. I tried to speak up. And when I speak up, it turned into, oh, you saying some stuff about my mama. What, bro? I ain't even tell you nothing what really happened yet. They telling you what they want to tell you. But I'm bound by the court of law to not say anything. And I'm trying to stick to that. Because I know if I say anything, you going to run to your mama. And y'all going to try to record and tell and try to do everything in y'all power to get me hem up. So you can go run where you got the most freedom. Because that's what that's really about. You want to go be with your mama because you got freedom over there. Ain't no structure. You can go play. You can go do whatever you want. And she going to allow it. But don't worry, in due time, I am going to go back to that video that they posted and really nitpick on what's true and what's false with the receipts to go with it. Because once again, people like to lie when it's convenient. And I keep up with the facts just for that. And now that we coming up on the end of this particular episode, I'm gonna end it at that. Like, people like to lie when it's convenient. Keep up with your receipts, so that way you could always have the truth and unveil it when it's time. Because some people try to put you in jail behind a lie and don't care. Hope y'all paying attention. Till next time, Chubb out.